A quick walkthrough of the This I Believe podcast CSA using the Hyperdoc provided for your remote learning. If you're not used to Hyperdocs, it gives the entire journey in one location. That can be overwhelming for people when they look at all the things that are there, but really it's just one box at a time. The box that we're starting on is, do you actually complete the essay? And is that essay at least 500 words? If it's not, you're going to have to update that to meet minimum requirements. So it makes no sense to start recording a version of that essay. For convenience, the prompt and rubric have been posted at the top, as well as the video walkthrough that you're currently watching. The dates in each box are suggestions and help to help you get through the pace of this week. After you have confirmed that you do have a 500-word This I Believe essay, you're going to want to review the vocal variety slideshow and then start practicing. The variety slideshow talks about different things you should consider in your voice when presenting. And then it gives you some activities to practice as well. So you want to try to take a couple of practices to get acquainted with the idea of using your voice as a weapon, to add engagement, to add statement, to add meaning to your written word. Once you go with the content and the practices and the slide, you're ready to annotate your text. What does that mean? Well, now you need to put notes into your essay as to what you want to do with your voice at certain parts. I have included annotation marks for you that can give you a base to start with. I've given you a sample of an essay that has some annotations in it. And then there's a quick 2-minute video guide of how to use annotation marks and the sound difference between just reading something out loud and actively, dynamically performing those written words. Once you have thought about your text, you have annotated your text, so in your mind you've already rehearsed what it should sound like, then I'm going to ask you to practice a feedback on Flipgrid. Before you do that, you want to look at the rubric, at the review doc, how you're reading, things you should be looking for, and then Flipgrid. And this topic, the peer review, This I Believe podcast. On the assignment itself, it reminds you of the page. Ideally, you'll be uploading or recording onto screen, or excuse me, onto Flipgrid by Thursday. Hopefully, you'll get into Tuesday or Wednesday. That way, you can go back to the topic and watch other people's practice and give feedback to them as well. On Friday, hopefully, you'll have some feedback and you'll be able to reflect and revise your final podcast before submitting it on Monday. Once you've done that, please reflect on what feedback you got from the Flipgrid practice. You can always ask me for feedback if you did not receive enough or are not happy with it or just want my opinion. On Monday before you submit, I'm asking that you grade yourself using the elements from the rubric and the score, preferably using our 4-point rubric that you're used to seeing. But whatever makes sense to you at this point is fine too. Then we're going to ask that you submit the podcast. For Mr. Wysaki's class, you can choose between a Flipgrid or straight classroom. You won't see the Flipgrid assignment to submit the final draft until Monday the 27th. I'm keeping that hidden so that you're not confused as to where the peer review Flipgrid is versus the final Flipgrid. At any time, you can always attach it to Google Class. You do it in Flipgrid, you need that video and submit it to Classroom. You can upload videos to Flipgrid. I'm not terribly concerned about which one you pick as long as you have one and you submit it there. So hopefully this helps you get a sense of the overall project, and I look forward to hearing your podcast.